That's something they're all getting older.
But Nick DiPaolo, though, he was so bad, he was getting hostile with the audience. You know. Like, I didn't write this stuff. Please give me a break.
I know, isn't that the funny part? Is you've got a bunch of comedians.
Yeah, like,
and who wrote this stuff?
I waited 3 years to get on this show, and they give me this.
But there's one thing that you know is that whoever's right, is they do know about the person to be able to write that type of comedy.
Yeah.
Because, they're...
Well, but see, Larry the Cable Guy actually works for the Comedy Central, too, so...
Oh, okay. So they already know a lot about him.
Yeah. Toby Keith actually was sort of... He was, he was a really redneck on the stage and looked redneck with his cowboy hat. He got his bandana over his hair, his cowboy hat down over his eyes.
I know, we missed him on the carpet. He was in the VIP room.
I know. How in the world can you read how do you read the teleprompters like this? I'm assuming that Toby Keith memorized every single thing he had to say.
Oh yeah, because when you're watching him, I couldn't see his eyes. A few times he lifted
couldn't
up,
see it.
but you saw his mouth moving.
But
actually, that's kind of a surprise. He was kind of like, well, actually, there were some odd people that you wouldn't normally expect because
they throw
he's country, but he's music. But it's like, how does he fit in with Larry the Cable Guy? Larry did his cable.
Yeah, but but as long as there's illegal aliens, minorities, Jews, anybody that's breathing, Toby Keith has a career. So.
But he did go over to see the troops in Iraq. And
Jeffrey
Ross.
Jeffrey Ross, okay. But no, he's pointing out the fact, that these people, unfortunately, see that I think there's something to be remarked about the fact that, unfortunately, Larry the Cable Guy went over there before the action in Iraq started, which caused the action in Iraq to be started because they wanted him gone and being sent to the States. So.
He'd say, "Get her done."
Get her done, yeah. And then Roy Sapp was some really good material in though.
He really did, and that was kind of a surprise. It was kind of like, what's Warren Sapp doing here?
Everybody did black jokes. Like everybody. Okay, we put it this way. One of the guys said it looks like a typical Saturday night at the Clan Hall. And then there's Warren Sapp. He said, how did that black man get on the stage? And another one, that Warren Sapp is so good that, I'd own him.
I would never think of Warren Sapp as a comedian. No, but you know what? He did a great job.
They said if he was only as literate as here on his show on Inside the NFL, he might actually have a career. So, but he got picked on. You want to have a seat.
It was pretty funny though.
A sea of rednecks.
And Warren Sapp.
Yeah, I think they picked him because he was bigger than anybody else on the stage. But no, he got his zings in. He was really good.
He got his zings in. Part of it is he looks like he's lost some weight.
Yeah,
Warren Sapp is a big guy.
Better than
on Dancing with the Stars.
I think if he was wearing this weight, he might have beat Brooke Burke.
Well, part of it is the only thing that was missing was Jeffrey Ross and Warren Sapp up on stage dancing.
That's right. But we got Jeff Foxworthy though, who brought basically Jeff Foxworthy introduced Larry the Cable Guy to the world. It was a routine on
Jeff Foxworthy?
Jeff Foxworthy's Blue Collar Tour.
And I did get to wave and say hi to Jeff, and I got close enough to spit on him. Although I didn't do that.
No, but
that would not be appropriate.
I did get.
But
we got close enough that I got bitched at by the guys next to me because I'm raising my camera to try to take pictures of Foxworthy, who was within about 2 foot of me, and he's sitting there, and the guy next to me is diligently filming the. I have no clue who they were. And Foxworthy is right next to the person. All he had to do was to move his camera, which I did, and he got unhappy with me, and I did point out.
I wanted to get Foxworthy.
He's there, and he's trying to get,
you want Foxworthy.
All you have to do is to go like this.
And we really wanted to get Foxworthy.
But the way it was, because you're trying to get things in light, you're like, the other one woman was sitting like this, and Notaspringchick was like this, so I could shoot down the middle, and the other camera could shoot down the middle. And then the other girl was facing, you when she should have been facing the other direction.
Oh, part of the challenge is when you're on a carpet is there's certain people that you want to get. But while you're waiting, you get other people.
Yeah.
But what happens is sometimes somebody else passes and you're...
And you don't get a shot at them because you're in the middle of it. Sometimes we're lucky. I think we were lucky, like we got Gary Valentine joined, was it Ivana Milovich?
No, that was a different one.
Okay.
Ivana, it was, I think it was Rebecca.
Okay, he joined Rebecca. He joined her, so we managed to get two at the same time.
I know, and he wanted my hat.
And basically he stole Dr. Sing's hat. But,
you have to see that.
But Foxworth did a lot of funny stuff because he knew Larry back when. He said,
he's known him for, well, probably a long time.
Believe me, Larry the Cable Guy is a lot younger than he looks.
Well, and then who else? Maureen McCormick.
Maureen McCormick, she did an awful lot of rehab jokes. You know, that,
boy, talk.
I mean, she looks. She is not Marcia.
Well, let's just say if part of your recovery is being able to address that you were in rehab and joke about it, she is successful.
But I mean, I think what was it? Like one of the comedians said, I seriously have a question. What the hell happened to you? No. She looks like she's old enough to be my mother.
No.
She looks. No. She got white hair and glasses and matronly. She's your age.
She's my age?
She's your age.
Really?
Yeah. She's your age. She's your age.
Now everybody's going to look up and see how old she is.
Just remember, a year or so ago, she was on this celebrity weight thing, and she trimmed down and everything. But
Celebrity Fit, probably.
Celebrity Fit Club, but she's pushing a book now, which basically got pushed. Like she like she said that most of the people on the stage were too far gone. She said, if someone had been in rehab and is currently in rehab, they wouldn't take any of you.
Oh.
Oh, she was singing everybody, and she got, there was only 2 standing ovations from the comics that night. She got the second one.
I know.
But the first one was a person that wasn't announced on this list, was Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. Now that was that was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting him at all because because part of it is before the show we get sent out what's called a media alert, and they tell you who's expected, who's confirmed, and attendees. Yeah. And then you also get an update when you get there.
So you have some idea who you're talking to. It's always nice. But we didn't know about Mr. Busey. Actually, on the red carpet, Mr. Busey gave a response to a question which is about as lucid and eloquent as you could ever want to hear anybody speak.
And I never would have expected to hear that come out of his mouth.
Oh,
I was really
surprised.
surprised.
He shows that he is a lot more than what people say. There's a lot
he's much more thoughtful. I mean, he's much more of a thinker than people would think.
Yeah. I know because I did hear him, telling people, okay, now ask the question the way the question should be asked, and I'll give you an answer to it. Mm-hmm. Because he was rephrasing things. He's not being a smartass.
No.
He's simply he's trying to give you the answer you want. Yeah. But you need to phrase the question in a proper manner to get the answer that you want. He's basically like a school teacher out there.
Well, and, part of it is I heard one of the interviewers close to us, and she was excited in here, and he says, "Okay, calm down. This is
this is how you do it."
And I'm Gary, and this is Tony.
Yeah, that's right. And he's been around for a while. He knows how it's done, and a lot of the people on the red carpet actually get starstruck.
You know what, that happens. I mean, it happens to everybody. I mean, there's some people that I meet, and all of a sudden, you know all about them, you see them, and all of a sudden you're blank. Yeah. And you forget everything you were going to ask.
Yes. My basic problem is the opposite. I'm not really intimidated by the people.
Well, no,
but the people that know me, all of a sudden come up and are not nice to me. Like giving me hugs, kissing.
I know, and I was turned around interviewing somebody else when all that happened. I missed it all.
The guy, one of the people that I knew, he grabs me and kisses me, and everybody but us has video of the
How is it?
You're the only one. I know, but Gary Busey, he went into a spaced out thing for everybody up on the stage, and he's talking.
He does so well at that, but he is not.
But he's zinging everybody on the stage.